Now, what would you say the go-to facial would be to follow up for someone who was basic?
For someone who was basic, Hydrafacial is a gateway. Hydrafacial is awesome. It's going to be, it extracts, it adds moisture. You can use boosters to address certain problems. So you can have like brightening booster or like a Dermabuild booster. It's relaxing. It feels good. So you really do come out with like a glow, and, you know, you can do some extraction. So that's a nice one, and it's very reasonably priced. I love the Fire and Ice facial also.
Yeah.
It's a gentle resurfacing, and one of my favorite things is dermaplaning.
I was going to ask, are we doing any dermaplane before these, or do we just go straight into
anybody that get in my I'm
chair,
push that dermaplane? I'm like, let's get that
take it off
so everything can go in. I love dermaplaning, and it's just so beautiful after you get your makeup on. It's awesome. Yeah.
So do you typically dermaplane prior to treatments, or okay?
Any treatments that I can that I don't feel like it'll be like too irritating, I will say, can we do a dermaplane?
Okay.
You know, any kind of chemical peel, can we do a dermaplane first?
Right.
Because you just, and people just like, wow, you know,
Right.
I'm surprised. You wouldn't believe this. I had my first dermaplane 3 months ago.
Oh, really?
I never had a dermaplane, and my laser esthetician that works with me, because I was like, kind of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And she was like, what can we get off of you? Man, that thing was so trifling. I like, that came off my face.
Right.
Like, I mean, we got
she took a lot off.
Yeah, we were both shocked that like whatever. So it is, everybody can kind of benefit from them. And that's not expensive.
Right.
You know,
right.
You can go somewhere and get a dermaplane anywhere from like $85 to $125. And so usually if people do that as a standalone treatment with us, I'll make sure they get like a good facial and, you know, good education. So really people leave the door and they're armed with the knowledge of really how to take care of their skin.
Right. Right.
And now Botox and fillers.
Let's talk about those. First thing, black don't crack. Black women don't want it. We don't need it.
Oh my goodness. The taboos behind it. And it's, you know, it's sad because actually it is part of an anti-aging routine.
Okay.
And a good injector or a person that does good treatments for you, you're not going to look crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like unless people are going to always ask for certain things. If you have a good person, they're going to just tell you, I'm not doing that. I have people all the time. I'm like, I'm not going to do, I'm not that person for that, you know?
Right.
But Botox, for example, we've seen all like the beams with Kim Kardashian not being able to cry. Well, there are certain levels of what you can administer for certain effect. So there are certain people that like to get it and they really want to be frozen, right?
Right.
And then there are some people like myself. I've been doing Botox in my forehead now in the center of my eyebrows for the last 4 years, and I do it for preventative. I never had the wrinkles or the static lines that get there because once they get there, now it's harder to get those out. So what you want to do is prevent that. And I can move and I can do all of that. You know,
Right.
It just keeps everything just kind of nice and smooth. You can look normal with it. And so the whole thing is that I plan to not form wrinkles in my forehead.
Right.
Ever. I will.
Right.
I'll be in my coffin
with no wrinkles. I love it, and I agree.
Yes. And even fillers. As we age, we talk that collagen and that volume we lose in our face.
Right.
So they say you lose about a syringe of filler every decade.
Oh.
So by the time you hit your 40s, your face has lost about 4 syringes of filler in terms of all over. And so what you'll start to see is like the deficits will be here in your mid face or your, you know, all these areas. And so you go in and you just lightly replace that and strategically put in and you sprinkle it, and then you can look refreshed.
Right.
You know, and it doesn't have to look like fake or, you know, overdone. And then your body will start to build collagen around that. So it just keeps giving. You know?
Right. And how many treatments would you say? I know that's a lifelong commitment, but would you say 2 or 3 times a year or?
So my own experience, I had fillers for the first time when I was 40. So 6 years ago. I had a touch up with 1 syringe 2 years later. And then I just had a touch up with a syringe this past summer. So for me, I'm on a maintenance plan of maybe like once every 2 years where I'll get like, where we just kind of went and we did a little mid base and then I experimented with a little chin, and just very light, whatever, because under your eyes, that's the part that really can tell the secret of how we lose that volume there.
Right.
So we can start looking tired. And so
Right.
when you replace the mid face there, it kind of like smooths that out and you just look more refreshed. And for those that like wait, they say black don't crack, fat don't crack. What that means is when you have volume, it makes you look youthful.
Right.
You have that volume there. But if you are thin or gone or you losing weight everywhere, you lose it in your face too.
Right.
So that happened to me at 40. I'm like, I'm getting a 6-pack. I got my 6-pack and then my face was just like, it just felt like it just,
depleted.
Where I felt like you looked at me and I just looked tired. And I'm like, what can I do about this? And that's where I was a plastic surgery nurse. And then I was like, yeah, black don't crack. But I started getting curious. I'm like, so what can y'all do? And the inch over there and say, okay, do something.
Right. Exactly. That's wonderful. It is. I love it. I love it.
Altruist Home Care Solutions is one of the top accredited home health care agencies servicing North and East Texas. With over 25 years of caring for Texas families, Altruist network of staff has become the preferred provider of physical and occupational therapy, wound, post-surgery, and primary care within the comfort of your home. Altruist Home Health Care works in conjunction with you, your loved ones, and your primary care physician to provide stellar care with honor and integrity. For more information on our services, visit our website, www.altruisthhc.com, or call us at 214-328-8600.